Welcome back to Cityline. With me in this segment, I have someone who, well, I think you understand what I'm about to say. I feel like I have known this person forever, but I've maybe really only known them for 3 years at the most, but it feels like it's been forever. And I am talking about Jeremy Simler. He is the Director of Development for Northwest Furniture Bank here in Tacoma. Jeremy, welcome back to Cityline.
Thanks, Amanda. Thanks, Cityline. Hello, Tacoma. Good to be back.
It's great to have you back. Last time I had the pleasure of sitting down with you. It was before the pandemic. We were in Red Elm, I believe, having coffee. And it seems like eons ago. So based upon that, here we are on Zoom. We're in my kitchen. You are in your office. And I want people to know, if they have not heard about the wonderful service that Northwest Furniture Bank provides, tell them how great Northwest Furniture Bank is.
Well, it's really easy for me to do because I love my job. I love the service that we provide this community. It is no-brainer, straightforward. What we do for the people in our community is we provide a place to sit, a place to sleep, and a place to eat for people that are experiencing furniturelessness. That works by partnering with local agencies, American Red Cross, Catholic Community Services, DSHS, local churches, community groups. It doesn't matter. People that are sleeping on the floor might be connected to those caseworker or something at one of those agencies. That caseworker referral form, is sent to us, and then the people that need the furniture will come to us by way of appointment and pick out furniture for their home. This is done at low cost to the people, the clients that are receiving those services. But everybody in the home is going to receive a place to sit, eat, and sleep, a mattress to sleep on for their children or themselves, a dining room set and a table and chairs, a sofa, armchair. You're going to take that house that's empty and turn it into a home with furniture that we're going to provide for them, that's provided by people in our community, right? This is why it's a no-brainer. You're going to go, maybe you're going to darkness, you're going to get a new sofa. Well, guess what? We want your old one, right? Because that old sofa is going to make the difference in somebody's life. That's what we do.
So well said. I mean, it warms my heart. And it brings a tear to my eye, as it always does when I talk with you, to think that there are people who are sleeping on the floor that don't have that beautiful kitchen table that you and I have talked about, that's so pivotal to meals and making a family feel like a home. So how has COVID affected the Northwest Furniture Bank program, Jeremy?
Well, we were deemed non-essential. So that might create some fervor. I hope that it does, but we were closed for 2.5 months. And in so doing, we were all actually, I think we've thrown this word around, we were gobsmacked, to be quite honest with you. A sofa or a mattress stands in the way of a family being reunited if they've been separated because of domestic violence or because the kids are in a foster care system. We are the quickest route to reuniting families in Pierce County, South King County, and the counties that we serve. So we were quite taken aback by that. Since then, so that was about 2.5 months that we were closed. We cranked back up the engine again and started receiving donations, so much so that we're bursting at the seams. Don't hear that as don't bring me your sofa. Please bring me your sofa or your dining room set or your unused furniture. We still need it because we have again started serving families, and that's our main goal, main purpose. We have a retail store as well down on our location on Puyallup Avenue. The retail store is back up and running again. So serving clients on an appointment basis, but also our retail store is open to the public. Come by, we're taking all precautions, all necessary measures. And so we're back up and running. I wouldn't say we're 100% yet, but I don't know who's running at 100% right now. So we're doing what we can. So.
well, this new normal that we deal with every single day, as you said so beautifully, it's not 100% because every day is new. But I share your sentiment, and you saw the look on my face of being gobsmacked that you were not deemed an essential service. I cannot even begin to tell you in my life what furniture has meant to me. So I am so grateful that you are back up and providing homes and kitchen table wisdom for people who need it the most. Every year you have something that's called the Chair Affair. First off, I have to tell you, brilliant name. And then secondly, Jeremy, what is the Chair Affair?
Yeah, thanks for asking. It's a great name. I would love to take credit for it. Unfortunately, I can't. It was here before I got here, but it's so brilliant that we've just stuck with it. The Chair Affair is our annual fundraiser. We love the Chair Affair. It's a time to be together. This year, we're going to run it virtually, September 23, 24, and 25. It will be a 3-day event that will run with virtually live auction packages. I don't know how this works anymore, but we will have auction packages available to bid on those 3 days. It will culminate with a program on the evening of the 25th. That's a Friday night, where our executive director, Bill Limke, one of the co-founders, and yeah, the dear sweet man that he is, and a good friend of ours, Jim Borgen, will be available. We have spent all sorts of time doing client interviews and client videos. We've got shout outs to our sponsor. Great big shout out to Subaru of Puyallup. Great big shout out to the Old Cannery Furniture Warehouse in Sumner as well. They've come alongside us in this time and sponsored this event, among all sorts of other sponsors as well. And so we're putting on this event. It's going to run virtually for those 2 days. We'll do we call it a Fund to Family. That's a Raise a Paddle event as well that we've raised lots of money for. Pushing this mission forward, providing more places for people to sit, providing more places for people to sleep, and pushing us really into 2021 this year on a really, really good and solid financial note. That's the goal this year. And we're really excited to do it virtually.
So Jeremy, this thought just occurred to me when you mentioned how you receive your referrals. And I know that you and I share a family that is anonymous in terms of helping them have the apartment they needed, so they could have some stability and some warmth and comfort in their life. And that referral came from first internally the school. How will you manage those referrals now that we have remote and online learning?
Same way. Our system has been set up remote almost from the beginning. We have a majority of our staff. Everybody that's in an office from our staff has the ability to work remotely. So as the referrals come in, we're fielding them exactly like we have done in the past. The only thing that's tweaking a little bit is when a family comes in to shop, they might just be receiving their furniture at the door instead of entering our warehouse, right? So we're still going to process this exactly how we would have in the past. And just to tell you, capacity-wise, before COVID, we were serving about 160 families per month in our community. 160 families a month were receiving a household of furniture. Now we're back down to about 90 to 100, right? So as this engine starts to get back up, we have virtual shopping measures that we're going to be implementing that should happen sometime this month. So all precautions really we're taking and still trying to put the utmost importance on making sure that families have a place to sit, eat, and sleep in our community at the end of the day. So.
Oh, beautifully said. So when you say Chair Affair, Jeremy, are we selling chairs like I'm sitting on, or are we selling works of art? Help our audience understand what we're going to buy from you.
Right. Well, this year we've scaled back a little bit. So if I were to say to you, this year we're going to have probably around 10 auction items. In years past, if we're doing this live, we've got artist works, we've got all sorts of things to be bid on and purchasing at the time of the event. This year we thought it would make a little bit more sense if we scaled back, offered a few auction items, did a really short program, and then push people more toward the idea of supporting us through a Raise a Paddle or a Fund to Family. funny enough, we do have another partnership with Museum of Glass. We love them, have loved them for years. They come alongside us every year in this, and they are going to do another glass chair for us this year, which we're thrilled about. So we do have one piece that we will be auctioning. It will be a glass chair made specifically for this event by the Museum of Glass, that wonderful partnership and relationship that we've had with them for years. So you'll be bidding on Alaska airline tickets, cruises around the Sound. We have wine auction packages that will blow your socks off. We have a week in Bend at a home that sleeps 18. We've got some really, really, really cool packages this year. So we're excited to bring it to you virtually from your own couch with your own glass of whatever you choose, right?
That's right. That's right. From the waist up, and you can wear pajamas and still bid on items.
That's exactly right. And nobody will know.
Nobody will know. Jeremy, in these last few minutes, share with us, what is the greatest need that Northwest Furniture Bank has at this moment that we can help you with?
Wow. Also actually like kind of chokes me up a little bit. I would say at this point in time, to move our mission forward into 2021 on good financial terms, I would say what we need the most is people to tune in to Chair Affair and to give financially. We need your furniture as well, so I don't want to put any of your time, your treasure, or your talents out. But what we need right now is your money. I'll just be really honest. If you are a Brene Brown fan, she says, clear is kind. So as kindly as I can make this, I would say, give us your money, right? Please. So there you go.
That's right. That's right. And based upon that, I love that you're daring to lead, because that is what we need. We just need you to tell us, like you just beautifully did with no pretense, we need your money, because that money translates into a father and his little girl having the first bed she ever had in her life, because she, at the age of 6, has been sleeping on the floor. So that's what your money does. Jeremy, I could not love you more if you were my brother from another mother. So thank you to you and your team, and give Bill a big hug from me, because I love that man to death. And I'll see you at Chair Fair.
Amanda and team at Cityline, thank you so much for having us. Thank you for being champions for our work here at Northwest Furniture Bank, and always for giving us voice. Thanks.
Oh, you are more than welcome, Jeremy, and I will see you at Chair Fair. We have much more to come on Cityline, so don't go away. We'll be right back after this quick message.